One, go.
Little Warriors on the money, the call and the dollar. You guys were prepped all the way back here. I was talking 101.5. And the closer we got to it, and there was some doubt, was it going to get there here? Patience, 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 and wait for your levels. And that's what we did. And Monday, put out the sell there. You should have well over 100 pips in the dollar index from even if you didn't sell it good. And in fact, if you didn't sell it when I did, a little lesson in this, you had I have to go back to this. All right. Anyway, let's see if it shows up. There actually was a little three drive up here. See? So this is where I sold it. Did some partials and we had one more push up there. Did diverge. You'll be able to see it in a second. Abra cadabra. There it is. All right. So um, pretty important level that we're at. I think that the die is cast, and you could protect yourself minimum break even. Actually, I wouldn't want to see a 101 level again. Okay. In fact, I might even put out what I covered at par 80 in the Dixie because it could pull back. Look at where Euro went to. You should have over 100 pips in Euro from down here. Okay. So this is where the longs were when the dollar was bought. Should take something in. We're at the resistance and filled the gap of this little head and shoulders top that we had before we broke down, right? So, it's still possible. It's, right around here that we could still uh, find resistance. But this to me smacks of a fairly important low. I think it should happen fast. And fact, if you look at the daily, I don't think it's going to take much for us to make new lows. Um, I'm talking about on the 4 hour. So let's go to Dixie. So under today's lows, it should wash. The important part of this is this was always called when we bought it here to be bear market recovery, counter trend move, when is planned. And part of the reason why was we had confirmed lows here on the daily in the Dixie, and markets usually don't bottom on confirmed lows. If we wash to 96, I believe there's a pretty good possibility we hold above 30. So that's what we'll be looking for covering shorts. We're going to cover shorts under these lows, maybe 96-ish. There's some targets all the way down to 94. But with shorts from 101.5, I'd be pretty happy with 96. So that's the level. The new development is even though the end stretched further than I thought, getting through this 46 level, I believe this is an important high in the end too. We're going to wash out and take out 140. So we have to look for some type of rally. Maybe it'll come on an inflation number to get back on board. I'd sell strength here. Maybe you sell a rally. Let's take a look at some short-term stuff. 30-minute chart. Yeah, so maybe you sell rallies back at 7.5 with stops over the high of the move. This too diverge. But again, bigger picture, I'm looking for the end to attack this 140 level. In fact, the 148 level was important. Look at That's why it stopped. Look left, traders. Look left. It's another head and shoulders formation that we had a breakdown for. So 148 was what stopped this advance, and there's a reason for it. Look, 148. So you're wrong over 48. Look for places to get short because I do believe we're going to attack this 140 level, take it out. Um, at least for a false breakdown, take out this 140 level, maybe trade down to 38. Um, maybe this 200-day moving average, but that's still a lot of pips from here. I'm starting to look at, suggested by my friend and trader Blake Morrow, Euro Yen crosses are going to be also something I want you guys to take a look at. Let's get to the metals. So gold kind of sitting on this precipice here. To me, it's a correction. It's definitely underway. I'm still a believer that this formation right here may get some support here at this prior high. I remember because I was short here, thought I had the top. So this comes in at 31.30. It's another $60 here. It's still my contention. We're going to fill it out to the 2,800 level. And if we get through there, we're talking 24, 25. But I think more bearish gold than silver, but I still think there's going to be a pretty good wash. Silver under pressure today, even though the gold silver ratio is working. This 30-50 level is going to be pretty important to me. So we'll see how it holds up there. I think you're going to be pretty grateful if I had taken some profits on Newmont, went to 57. I know I missed this, but there's still always a time to ring a register, and this still looks like it's in free fall. I'm not ready to buy the gold miners. Not ready to buy the gold miners. Not ready to buy the gold miners. Here's silver. It's going to be interesting to see where the juniors finish up. I want to see where these silver miners are at when we have silver trading down in that 30.5 level. Again, I've been saying my contention is I think we're going to be able to buy First Majestic another buck lower from here, so we'll be paying attention to that. And Fortuna also has kind of a similar setup here on the, I think I drew it on maybe you could see it on the 4 hour. And this has been one of the weaker gold stocks, so silver stocks. So yeah, I think we're going to take this low out in Fortuna, and we probably be able to buy it in the low fours. And the last one is EK. I have a speed line here. That's not too far away. Um, Here's the daily. So you could maybe write these prices down. Don't go in with both hands and feet on these initial entries. Make it a partial, maybe a third, and that's coming in. Take a picture, 270. So the last thing I'll cover is WTI. They tried to sell it off today. I don't know what the president's doing in the Middle East right now, but this is a pretty good close, especially since we only have 2 days left on the week. If you look at the weekly, it's a potential false breakdown under this 62 level. See this? So we had the breakdown, then I thought we were going to negate it this time, and we had this full-blown retest where I told someone to buy crude last Monday, and now here we are. Plus, on my 2-week reversal work, this is a 2-week reversal. Last week wasn't because this was the off number, 63.29. We didn't get there. But this week it was easy for crude to put in a 2-week reversal. All it had to do was close over 57.92. So, we're $4 away. So if this is completed initially, I think we could get to around 70 and then 80. So crude looking okay to me. If you stuck with options or you bought shares, hold them. So that's a wrap for me. Remember, don't just count your barrels of oil or your silver coins that are worth a little bit less today or your ears of corn. Count your blessings. See you in the room. Good hunting. Adios.